to all of you.
So you have come this afternoon to vote. What is your impression so far about the process?
The process, I think, has been orderly, peaceful, and looking promising to everybody. Promising as regards to whatever all of us have done and what we expect based on our different interests.
All right, a quick one. There have been concerns about the low turnout as compared to the presidential election 3 weeks ago. Is that a concern for you as well?
Well, of course it is a concern, but the determinant is the enthusiasm of the people. I mean, the turnout has got to do with a major determinant. And what's that determinant? The enthusiasm of the people. Naturally, whatever people are going in for the first time, not really for the first time, but as far as the elections 2023 is concerned, presidential and National Assembly elections were the first. So the enthusiasm was high. And again, the people involved also increased the level of enthusiasm. And so to some of us that haven't come out today is because maybe their interests were not met at the first elections and they get discouraged, which of course it shouldn't be, because if your interest was not met, the first elections, it is likely to be met in this election. And your refusal to come out to cast your vote, you are denying yourself the privilege to really be part of the permutation or the part of the exercise. So it is most sad that it is this low, but we can only make do with what we have.
One last question from me, sir. We've seen a situation where the entire election has been clouded with issues of bigotry and tribalism and religion and all of that. I'm sure you have observed that. How would you speak to these issues?
It is all part of poverty. Poverty is the nucleus or the pivotal of all these issues about religion, about ethnicity, and what have you. I am a full-blown Muslim. Check out the elections, the votes around our elections. Even in Christian-dominated areas, I led. So all we need to do is to do the best we can to take greater percentage of our citizens out of poverty. Let them be engaged. Let them be part of the exercise. Let them be part of the game directly or indirectly. Idle mind is devil's workshop. Yes, excuse me. Hasn't there been religions in Nigeria from time immemorial? There have always been religions. Christianity, Islam, and then traditional religions. Yes, why is it much more pronounced today? One, I repeat, poverty level. Two, low level of education and enlightenment. And that's why the theme of my political activities is electorate enlightenment. When they get much more enlightened and educated, as the case may be, they will all know how many Muslims truly know what their religion says, and how many Christians truly know what their religion says. So, and that's why I encourage all Muslims in politics to try to know something about Christianity. I went to a missionary secondary school. You cannot tell me anything about Christianity. Hardly can you. And I encourage Christians as well in politics to know a little about Islam, so that that will serve as a vehicle for you to educate and enlighten your people. But the bottom line is poverty, and then some actions of leaders as well. You don't have to, there is no religion that says you should not be just to whoever requires justice from you, just because he does not belong to your ethnic group or does not belong to your religion. I cite you an instance. In 2019, we were all, I was part of the people aspiring to the governorship of Nasarawa State. And the issue around then was that settlers I am a settler, a stranger. I said, and I defined everything to them. Who and what is a stranger? A stranger is he that comes and shall go. So that means Adam and Eve were strangers to the world. That's why they came and they are gone. And we are all their products. So every human being on earth is a stranger because he will leave. But be it as it may, I then said, looking at the governorship of the state, let's start from the number one. The first elected civilian governor of Nasarawa state was Abdullahi Adamu. Abdullahi Adamu is an Afo man. The origin of Afo is Borno. So that means the first Afo man that came to Nasarawa state did not fall from heaven. He came and settled as the first Afo. So he was also a stranger. So by extension, Abdullahi Adamu is also a stranger. After that, the next governor was Aliu Doma. Aliu Doma is an Alago man. So that means the first Alago man that settled in Nasarawa didn't fall from heaven. He also came from somewhere. So Aliu Doma was also a stranger. The next was and is Al-Makura. Al-Makura is a Gondara man. His origin is Kano. And that means the first Gondara man also settled, came as a stranger. And so is Wada Dandanyaya. I am Guber from Sokoto. Yes. My great-grandfather came, settled. So what? So all these myopic and, parochial kind of thinking are all informed by low level of education and enlightenment, high level of poverty, and then misgivings of some of the leaders.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.